Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and to the generals, Admiral, thank you for being here today. One of my favorite topics, the reserve components. And it's no surprise that when issues regarding the Guard and Reserve come up in this subcommittee, that a lot of heads look in my direction because of my experience down through the years with the National Guard. I want to ask General Nordhaus about the state partnership program. We have a lot of them scattered around the country. I think we have 18 now in the Indo-Pacific region. Arkansas just recently had a big exercise with Guatemala, and not terribly long ago. And I personally believe these SPP programs are just really important. And it's a two-way street. It's good for the state. It's also good for the host nation. What are your thoughts about expansion and what budget constraints could impact our ability, particularly as we look to the Indo-Pacific region?
Congressman, thank you for the incredible question and the funding across the board. I want to thank Congress for state partnership funding. As we look to the future, right now we have 115 partners around the globe. 60% of the nations are partnered with a state partner. And last year we did 1,000 engagements at 1% of the theater security cooperation budget. Like you talked about, whether it's an Indo-PACOM, I just recently went out to Timor-Leste with Rhode Island. Their partnership's only 3 years old, and they're with the latest democracy on the planet in Timor-Leste, and that relationship was incredibly strong, and the president and the Minister of Defense all thanked me repeatedly for that incredible relationship. Then I met with Hawaii and Guam when I was over there, and also saw their incredible partnership with the Philippines. And so as we look to the future, every time we get asked to partner with another nation through the State Department and through the combatant commands, multiple states are asking to be that state partner. So I don't think we're short on the ability to add state partners out there, but we do need consistent funding as those partnerships grow. We need a little bit to kick it off each year to start those key leader engagements, and then the additional funding. And as you look at the funding for the state partnership program, the combatant commands, I hear them talk all the time about how incredibly important it is. And I think a little bit of extra funding in there continues to just robust that program across the board for our national security.
Are you still getting good comments, good reviews back from the host nation and from the units themselves?
Absolutely, Congressman. Recently, I met with Norway in the Pentagon with Minnesota, and just over-the-top incredible relationship there. Sweden and New York came into town. That partnership's only 3 years old. I know Virginia and Finland, that partnership has kicked off since those two nations have joined NATO. And just over and over here, the robust coordination between our states. You know, our states have went to combat with their state partners. I know that in an upcoming JRTC operation, they're going to have a couple state partners actually train with them. So it's not only do we do mill to mill, but we do it globally, but it also goes mill to civ and then civ to civ.
Another question, budget-related question. I've had some concerns about constraints on the budget and the impact it could have on our ability to get units to the combat training centers or to the exportable combat training centers. Is that a concern? Is this something that, I mean, I consider these combat center rotations to be very important to our readiness, and I would assume that you would agree that for the reserve component, it's no different.
Congressman, certainly the CTC rotations that we do are critical to our readiness each year. And this year we're doing 2, and we're going to do 1 ex-CTC. And then while that contract is expiring, we're going to go to CRC, so they're combat readiness exercises. And they're going to be 15-day deployments where we're doing force-on-force and getting after large-scale combat employment operations. As I talked to Lieutenant General Stubbs, our Director of the Army National Guard, he thinks there's great opportunity here and that we're going to find a good training, and that'll make us more lethal and more ready for the warfight if we're called upon.
Yeah, thank you. You referenced John Stubbs. For the benefit of my colleagues up here, a long, long time ago, when I was a battalion commander, John Stubbs was one of my lieutenants. And since that time, he has become the Adjutant General for the great state of Arkansas, and now the Director of the Army Guard. We're very, very proud of him, and I'm assuming you're getting your money's worth from his service.
Absolutely, Congressman.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Yes, sir.
I think